Imagine playing alongside the greatest player of your generation, and yet somehow you become the biggest story in baseball. Such is the life for Shohei Ohtani, the must-see player of this young season.
This guy can not only dominate on one side at the plate, but now he's completely dominating on the other, and you just got to scratch your head and kind of go, okay, what league are we playing in here?
By now, you've heard the comparisons to Babe Ruth. Just last week, Ohtani took the mound on the same day he led the league in home runs, something no one has done since the great Bambino 100 years ago. It's a cool stat, but aside from that, comparing Ohtani to Ruth is kind of a lazy narrative. But what Shohei Ohtani is doing is very unique, and it's something far different than even Babe Ruth accomplished. You see, Babe Ruth back in the day, he's revered for having been a pitcher and a hitter and being great at both of them. But the truth is, he rarely did both at the same time. 1919, his last season with the Red Sox, was the only year Ruth started at least 15 games on the mound while also hitting in at least 100 games. Before that, he was used mainly as a pitcher with some at-bats sprinkled in. Then, when he was sold to the Yankees in 1920, they used him mainly as a hitter. In fact, he only made 4 starts as a pitcher in his 15 years with the Yankees. The Angels are hoping that Ohtani can be a regular in the rotation all season long, and they want to keep his bat in the lineup for the vast majority of games. Now, it's going to be a tough thing to manage, but they're going to try. It's going to be a real challenge, though, because they've got to keep him healthy, both on the mound and at the plate, to get the full benefit of his impact on the game. And this is an impact unlike any other. In fact, let me show you the impact with some jaw-dropping comparables of other players in the major leagues. The first word that comes to mind is power, and that applies to both sides of the coin. Ohtani is a power arm. His hardest thrown pitch this season was clocked at 102 miles per hour. The best comparable for his fastball is Yankees ace Gerrit Cole. Both guys average around 97 miles per hour in their four-seamer. That's top 10 amongst all starting pitchers. Speaking of power, take a listen to this.
First pitch swinging. Oh, and first pitch crushing!
Have you ever heard a louder crack of the bat in your life? We've got to hear that again. Only one player this year has topped Ohtani's hardest hit ball of 119 miles per hour. So it's not a stretch to compare his power to Giancarlo Stanton of the New York Yankees. No one can hit it harder than these two guys. What about movement? First, let's start with the movement of his split finger fastball. Watch the ball tumble and dive out of the zone below the hitter's bat. This reminds me so much of his fellow countryman Hideo Nomo. You remember Nomo Mania, that delivery, that quirky delivery, and his unbelievable split finger fastball. He took the league by storm back in the 90s. Nomo's split was unhittable back then, and Ohtani's is just as good. He gets the vast majority of his strikeouts with this pitch. And if we're talking movement, this is movement of a different kind. But boy, is he ever quick on the base paths. At 6'4", Ohtani runs like a gazelle with long, powerful strides. His speed is tracked at over 29 feet per second, putting him in the top 20 fastest players in the game. That's out of 340 position players. His comparable here is Fernando Tatis Jr., another slugger around the same size. Both guys can run and steal bases equally as well. So to recap, he's got the fastball of Gerrit Cole, the power of Giancarlo Stanton, the split finger of Hideo Nomo, and the speed of Fernando Tatis Jr. It's no wonder the Angels are trying to squeeze the most out of all those elite skills. Shohei Ohtani is unlike anything we've ever seen before.